One of the issues I've had with the school choice movement, folks, is that you've not seen enough African Americans. 3 million kids are in charter schools. A significant number are African American. Well, what about black folks who are running these schools? I've made it clear I'm supportive of school choice. I make no bones about it because there's no form of education I don't support. I support public schools, traditional public schools, public charter schools, homeschool, online school, private. I don't care what it is. As long as black kids are getting an education, I'm down with it. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk with Donald Hense. He is the brother who started Friendship Public Charter Schools here in Washington, D.C., one of the largest black charter networks in the country, and somebody who made it clear that he is concerned about the state of our kids. And he talked about what it was like when he started Friendship Charter Schools. Here you have this new thing that nobody ever heard of, didn't exist in D.C. Y'all are going around and talking, charter, what's that? And all of a sudden school opens, there's 1,000 on the waiting list. That's huge because what that says is parents were going, I need something different for my kid.
We were behind the curve. Parents were way ahead of us in believing that the school system as it existed then was failing their children. And with the graduation rate at that time, barely 50%, it was in fact failing their kids. And they wanted something different, and they felt we offered that.
But doesn't that speak to even present day when Steve Perry opens a school and parents don't even know the building where the school is going to be housed, and there's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 on a waiting list, 20,000 on a waiting list for Success Charter Schools in Harlem, waiting lists in Atlanta, in Houston, and other places. These are mostly black and brown parents who are saying, look, I don't care about your politics, I don't care about all the rest of this stuff. My child is not getting what they need. I got to have something different.
And I think that should be a warning really to traditional systems, that they have got to step up and deliver what parents believe is necessary for their kids. For instance, we keep hearing about the high-tech revolution and what will our kids be doing with it? Will they be in engineering? If we are not, in fact, delivering this, where parents feel that their kids are going to be significantly better off than they are, then they're going to leave and find what it is they believe delivers that education to their child.
When you look around this country and you see a failing charter, and when you see bad accountability, poor finances, poor curriculum, how does it make you feel?
I think we're still at the point in the charter movement where we believe that it reflects badly on everyone. We're small enough for it to have that kind of effect. And we frankly believe that failing charter schools ought to be closed.
But how does it make you personally feel when you look in the eyes of these kids who say thank you, and now you know that there's some kid who doesn't have that shot, who now has to go back to more than likely a failing school?
That really shouldn't be the case because there are successful charters out there who can take over a failing school. Friendship has been in that position on several occasions here. We took over the Southeast Academy in Southeast Washington. The building that we're in now, this school was being closed by the charter board, and we purchased the building and we were awarded the charter, and the parents and kids stayed. So we believe that people will stay in a program that's successful. If the program is not successful, it should be closed.
I've seen you get emotional when a former student returns. Is that the ultimate payoff?
Yes.
When they walk across not only the high school stage, not only when they walk across that college stage, but when they come back with photos of their children and they are talking about what they're going to teach their kids?
It's huge. Because what you're doing, if the whole motto of friendship is to be productive citizens so you can contribute actively to your community. And so you've got to see that whole circle where they go, they come back. Many of them teach here, are administrators here, are accountants here. And so you know what's going on in their lives. They've graduated from college. We know their children, and that is hugely important to us.
How does it make you feel when you listen to these conversations on television and you go to these conferences and summits and all this sort of stuff, and folks are talking about all of this stuff, and you'll sit there and you go, did anybody bring up the kids in any of this?
The conversation seems to stem around teacher salaries, buildings, things of that nature, all of which are important, but we really are there for the kids and for the parents. And that's what I think charters bring. You're not required to come in this building. You can leave anytime you want and go to another public school, the one in your neighborhood. But you have made a choice to come here, and there's a reason. That is because we're focused on the child. We're trying to get that child to where they are productive citizens in the community.
Well, the NAACP called for a national moratorium on charters.
It's very sad. Being a part of that organization for the years that I was, I frankly don't see how a promoter of education can then take away something so vital to a parent, and that's choice. The opportunity to choose where my child gets an education is perhaps among the most important decisions that parent will ever make.
So what do you say, final question, what do you say to a politician who's watching this, a union leader who's watching this? What do you say to community activists, civil rights activists who say, yeah, you know, Donald schools are doing well, but I just don't think that this is a part of the answer?
Talk to parents, because they are the answer.
Of course, Donald Hense, one of my School Choice All-Stars, a partnership, my initiative, School Choice is the Black Choice, has done with, of course, my wife's foundation, J. Hood & Associates, and the Walton Family Foundation. And let me say it again. And so I had people say, "No, you shouldn't be touting this." I'm going to say it again. Black folks, we do not have time to wait when it comes to our education. We just told you. Did we not tell you? Or, but not even an hour ago. And here they are fighting in Louisiana. 52 years later, still fighting the issue of desegregation. We do not have time for the nonsense. And so where there's education, black folks need to be running it. And so I want to see more black charter schools. I want to see a black KIPP. I want to see a black charter network that's running 200-300 schools. Why? Because we know how to educate our kids. And so you can complain all day. That ain't my problem. And Howard University has a charter school. Greg Carr knows about that. I want to see more HBCUs with the same thing. I want to see us creating schools where they're going from elementary to middle to high, right to our colleges. Why? Because we should control our education.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no.
That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.